Welcome to Healthier Daily. I am Dr. Ben Carter. I want you to be honest with me for a moment. What is the first thing you feel when you open your eyes in the morning? Is it energy? Is it excitement? Or is it stiffness? You sit on the edge of the bed. You take a deep breath. You put your feet on the floor and you wait. You have to mentally prepare yourself just to stand up and walk to the bathroom. Your knees throb. Your back feels like a rusty hinge, and your hands feel swollen and tight. If this sounds like your morning routine, I want you to know you are not alone. And more importantly, I want you to know that this is not just old age. We are told that getting older means getting painful. We are told to just take a pill and live with it. But what if I told you that the pain you feel at 6 a.m. is actually a chemical reaction? It is a biological fire burning inside your joints. And unfortunately, your current breakfast might be pouring gasoline on that fire. Today, we are going to change that. We are going to give you the anti-inflammatory breakfast protocol. This is not just a list of foods. This is a 3-step fire extinguisher designed to shut down pain at the source. To help us understand why mornings are so hard, Dr. Hinohara is here. He has a very important lesson about the timing of pain.
Thank you, Dr. Ben. Yes, we must stop blaming the calendar. The problem is not the year you were born. The problem is the fire. I want you to imagine your body is a beautiful wooden house. Inside the walls of this house, there is a small, smoldering fire. This is called chronic inflammation. It is quiet, but it is hot. Now, why is the pain worse in the morning? Because your body has a clock. At night, your body releases natural chemicals to keep the fire down. But in the early morning, just before you wake up, those natural chemicals drop. It is like a sudden wind blowing through the house. The wind hits the smoldering fire and it flares up. That is why you feel stiffest at 7 a.m.
That makes perfect sense. The fire flares up right when we wake up. And this is where most people make a tragic mistake. They walk into the kitchen and they eat toast sugary jam or sweet cereal. That sugar is highly flammable. You are throwing dry leaves onto the fire. You are guaranteeing that the pain will last all day.
Exactly. We need to do the opposite. We need to drink and eat things that act like water and foam. We need to douse the fire immediately.
So today we are giving you the fire extinguisher protocol. It has 3 parts. Step 1 is the foam to cover the fire. Step 2 is the firefighter to put it out. Step 3 is the coolant to stop the smoke. By the time you finish your breakfast, your joints will feel cooler, looser, and ready for the day. Before we reveal step 1, I want to ask, where is your morning pain the worst? Is it the knees, the hands, or the lower back? Let us know in the comments below. And if you are ready to stop the burning and start living now, is the perfect time to hit that subscribe button. Let us get to the kitchen.
Welcome back. We are standing in the kitchen. It is 7:00 a.m. The morning fire in your joints is flaring up. You need to calm it down immediately before you eat anything solid. You need a thick, soothing foam to cover that fire. This brings us to food number 1, turmeric golden milk.
Now I know what you are thinking. Dr. Ben, I have tried turmeric pills and they didn't work. Please listen closely. There is a reason they didn't work. And it is not because turmeric is weak. It is because you are missing the combination key. Turmeric contains a compound called curcumin. In the science world, curcumin is a miracle. It blocks a molecule called NF-κB. Think of NF-κB as the arsonist. It runs into your cells and turns on the inflammation switch. Curcumin stands at the door and blocks the arsonist. It says you cannot come in.
But here is the tragedy. Curcumin is very shy. It does not like to enter your bloodstream. If you just swallow a turmeric capsule with water or sprinkle turmeric on your salad, your body absorbs almost zero. It goes right through your digestion and leaves your body. You wasted your money.
To make it work, you need the golden triangle. You need three things in the same cup at the same time: the gold turmeric, the key black pepper, the carrier fat. This is the secret that the pharmaceutical companies don't advertise. Black pepper. It contains piperine. This increases the absorption of turmeric by 2,000%. Without pepper, the door is locked. With pepper, the door is wide open. Fat curcumin is fat-soluble. It needs fat to travel.
So, here is the recipe for real medicine milk. Warm up 1 cup of milk. It can be dairy milk, almond milk, or oat milk. But if you use plant milk, add a tiny splash of coconut oil to get the healthy fat. Add 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Add a generous pinch of black pepper. Do not forget this. Add a little cinnamon for flavor and blood sugar control. Drink this warm right when you wake up. It coats your stomach. It signals the arsonist to stop. Within 30 minutes, you are creating an anti-inflammatory shield around your joints.
This is your step 1. This is the foam. The fire's covered, but it is still hot underneath. Now we need to send in the heavy-duty crew to actually clean up the mess and repair the damage. We need the resolvers.
Welcome back. You have drunk your golden milk. The foam is covering the fire. The arsonist NFKB is blocked at the door, but the fire that was already burning is still hot. There is smoke. There is debris. We need a team to go in and physically put out the flames and clean up the mess.
We need the special ops team. This brings us to food number 2, omega-3 fatty acids, specifically wild salmon sardines or flax seeds. Now, you have heard a million times that omega-3 is good for your heart, but for pain it does something very specific that most doctors forget to mention. Your body uses omega-3s to manufacture tiny molecules called resolvins. Think about that word, resolvins. They resolve the inflammation. They are not just blocking pain. They are the cleanup crew. They sweep away the dead cells. They repair the damaged tissue. They literally turn the switch from alarm to heal.
But here is the problem with the modern American diet. Most seniors are eating too much omega-6. Omega-6 is found in vegetable oils, corn oil, soybean oil, and processed foods. Omega-6 is gasoline. It feeds the fire. Omega-3 is water. It puts out the fire. If you eat a donut for breakfast, you're pouring gasoline. If you eat omega-3s, you are pouring water. We need to tip the balance back to the water.
So how do we eat this for breakfast? I know asking you to cook a salmon fillet at 7 or 0 a.m. is asking a lot. Option A, the easy fisherman. Buy canned wild-caught salmon or sardines. It is cooked. It is ready. Mash it on a piece of whole grain toast, or mix it into your scrambled eggs. It is savory, it is filling, and it floods your system with resolvins immediately. Option B, the plant sprinkle. If you cannot stomach fish in the morning, you must use ground flax seeds. Warning, do not eat whole flax seeds. They will pass right through you. They must be ground. Add 2 tablespoons of ground flax to your oatmeal or yogurt.
This provides the raw material. So now look at what is happening inside your joints. The turmeric is blocking the signal to start new fires. The omega-3s are putting out the old fires and cleaning up the damage. But Dr. Ben, a fire generates a lot of heat. Even after the fire is out, the walls are hot. The structure is stressed. We need something to cool the entire house down. We need to lower the temperature of your entire body.
That is right. We need the systemic coolants. These are foods that stop the oxidative stress, the heat that ruins your cartilage. And the best coolants in the world come from the garden.
Welcome back. Let's look at the progress we have made in just a few minutes. You blocked the new fire with turmeric foam. You sent in the omega-3 firefighters to clean up the mess. But imagine a house that just had a fire put out. The walls are still hot. The air is smoky. It is uncomfortable. In your body, this heat is called oxidative stress. It is the leftover damage that makes your joints feel stiff and rusty. We need to turn on the air conditioning. We need to cool the system down.
And the best coolant in nature is food number 3, berries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. The magic here is the color. You see that deep blue or dark red skin. That is not just dye. That is a compound called anthocyanins. These compounds hunt down the heat. They lower the levels of cytokines. Cytokines are the chemical messengers that scream inflammation to your brain. Berries tell those messengers to be quiet.
Now, here is a practical tip for seniors living on a budget. Fresh berries in winter are very expensive, and they rot in the fridge in 2 days. My advice: buy frozen berries. Frozen berries are picked at the perfect moment of ripeness and frozen instantly. They often have more nutrients than fresh ones that traveled on a truck for 2 weeks. Keep a bag in the freezer. Throw a handful into your oatmeal or your yogurt. They act like little ice cubes of relief.
So you are eating your berries. Now you need something to wash it all down. Most people reach for coffee. Coffee is fine in moderation, but if you have joint pain, coffee can be acidic. It can make you jittery. We need a drink that calms inflammation. This brings us to food number 4, matcha green tea. Please notice I said matcha, not just a tea bag. When you dunk a tea bag in water, you get maybe 10% of the nutrients. You throw the rest in the trash. Matcha is the whole green tea leaf ground into a fine powder. You drink 100% of the leaf. That means you get 10 times the amount of EGCG. EGCG is the master switch. It literally turns off the genes that cause arthritis pain. It is the most powerful liquid anti-inflammatory we know of.
And the best part, it gives you energy, but not jittery energy. It contains an amino acid called L-theanine. Coffee makes you wired. Matcha makes you calmly awake. It is perfect for a senior who wants to be active but doesn't want the shakes.
How to make it: take half a teaspoon of matcha powder. Whisk it into hot water, not boiling. Add a splash of your milk. It tastes earthy and fresh. So now the house is cool. The fire is out omega-3. The smoke is cleared berries. The air is fresh matcha. But we have one last job. We need to reinforce the walls of the house so the fire doesn't come back tomorrow. We need a protective shield. And this shield is tasty, crunchy, and often forgotten at breakfast.
Welcome back. We have put out the fire. We have cooled the house down. But Dr. Ben, we cannot just leave the house defenseless. If we walk away now, the fire might start again tomorrow. We need a security guard. We need a shield.
That is right. And this brings us to the final piece of the puzzle. Food number 5, nuts. Specifically, walnuts, almonds, and pistachios. Now, nuts are often called a snack, but at breakfast they are actually a medical delivery system. Here is why they are essential for pain. The Shield Vitamin E almonds are packed with vitamin E. This is a powerful antioxidant that protects your cell walls from damage. It is like fireproofing the wood in your house. The Relaxer Magnesium. Many seniors have pain because their muscles are tight and cramping. Nuts are rich in magnesium, which tells muscles to relax and let go.
But, Dr. Ben, there is a secret reason why nuts are the most important part of this specific breakfast. It is called bioavailability. Remember the turmeric in step 1 and the vitamins in the berries in step 3. Most of those nutrients are fat-soluble. That means they cannot get into your blood unless they are holding hands with a fat molecule. If you eat a bowl of berries and take a turmeric pill without fat, you lose most of the benefit.
Exactly. The nuts provide the healthy fat that acts like a taxi. The taxi picks up the curcumin, it picks up the vitamin E, and it drives them straight into your cells. Without the nuts, the taxi doesn't show up and the medicine gets left behind. Practical advice. You only need a handful, about a quarter cup. Sprinkle chopped walnuts on your oatmeal, or just eat a handful of almonds alongside your golden milk. Warning: please look at the package. Bad honey roasted chocolate, covered or extra salt. This ruins the purpose. Sugar causes inflammation. Good raw or dry roasted. Unsalted is best.
So let's look at the complete picture. It is a symphony. Turmeric stops the signal. Omega-3 cleans the mess. Berries, matcha, cool the heat. Nuts transport everything to the right place. But Dr. Ben, my patients are overwhelmed. They are thinking, do I have to eat all of this at 7:00 a.m.? I will be stuffed. I cannot cook a banquet every morning.
I agree. If you try to do everything at once, you will quit in 3 days. We need to simplify this. We need to create the modular menu. 2 simple options, one for the sweet tooth and one for the savory lover. So let's take a step back. We started with the scary reality of the morning fire. We learned how to douse it with turmeric foam. We learned how to clean it up with omega-3 firefighters. And we learned how to cool it down with berries and matcha. But knowledge is useless if it is too hard to use. If you try to eat 5 different courses at 7:00 a.m., you will give up. So Dr. Hinohara and I have designed 2 simple menus for you. You just pick the one that fits your taste buds.
Option A, the sweet and warm bowl. Best if you like oatmeal or porridge, the base. A warm bowl of oatmeal. The firefighters stir in 2 tablespoons of ground flax seeds. The coolant, top it with a handful of frozen berries. The shield sprinkle, chopped walnuts on top. The drink sip, your turmeric golden milk on the side. Result, you get every single anti-inflammatory ingredient in one cozy meal. Option B, the savory and strong plate. Best if you like eggs or protein, the base, scrambled eggs. But here is the trick. Whisk the turmeric and black pepper directly into the eggs before cooking. They turn a beautiful golden color. The firefighters serve with a side of smoked salmon or sardines on toast. The shield eat a few almonds on the side. The drink, a warm cup of matcha green tea. Result, high protein, high omega-3, and 0 sugar.
See, it is not complicated. You just have to be strategic. Pick option A for Monday. Pick option B for Tuesday. Mix and match. Just make sure the ingredients are there. Now, a word of warning. This is food, not magic dust. If you eat this breakfast tomorrow, you might not feel different by noon. Inflammation takes years to build up. It takes weeks to calm down.
Give us 14 days. In the first week, you might just notice you are less groggy. By week 2, you might notice your knees don't creak as much on the stairs. By week 6, you might be walking further than you have in years. Be patient. Trust the process.
If this fire extinguisher protocol finally gave you a plan to handle your pain without just reaching for the pill bottle, please do us a great favor and hit that like button. It helps us reach more seniors who are suffering in silence. And please share this video. Send it to your walking partner. Send it to your spouse. Healing is easier when you do it together. If you are not yet part of our Healthier Daily community, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And for our final question, which team are you? Are you team sweet, the oatmeal bowl, or are you team savory, the golden eggs? We want to see the vote in the comments below. And as always, a final critical reminder. The information in this video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Blood thinners. If you are on warfarin or other blood thinners, be careful with high amounts of turmeric, ginger, and omega-3s. They naturally thin the blood. Talk to your doctor first. Kidney stones. If you are prone to kidney stones, be moderate with turmeric and spinach.
Thank you for joining us. The fire doesn't have to burn forever. You have the water. You have the tools. Put the fire out. Be wise. Be well.